Welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. A big thank you for the continued support you are granting this platform. My fans have been asking me to do an analysis on the Jubaland forces that are said to be camping in Mandera. I will analyze this issue from a fair perspective, and I'll try as much as possible not to be biased. And my analysis is based on available history in books, on internet, and on other media platforms. First of all, before we rush into this matter, which is very sensitive to our country, the Mandera Senator has some information for us. Can we listen to him?
We are aware the National Government Administration in Mandera have tried to hide that and denounce, saying the statement that was given by the governor is not true. Hiding the truth of the presence of Jubaland forces within Mandera town is like hiding the sun using your hands. We are here to give an enforcing press statement on the alarming situation in Mandera, the presence of foreign forces occupying our town. We wish to raise the gravest concern about the presence of Jubaland forces inside Mandera town. The illegal occupation has thrown our community into chaos. Schools have been forced to close, businesses disrupted, and families displaced in fear of stray bullets and an exploded ordnance, as well as RPG penetration within settlement areas within the county. The fear and panic now define daily lives of people in Mandera. The situation is worsening by the hour. Jubaland forces are building up their strength within Mandera town itself, inside Kenyan territory, literally taking over our town. Kenya's interest must lie in the strategic relationship with the federal government of Somalia, not in protecting a rogue state government. Allowing Jubaland troops to entrench themselves in Mandera, Mandera risking Kenyan lives and property is shameful, reckless, and betrayal of our sovereignty. Foreign conflict must be fought on foreign soil, not on the streets of Mandera. We put the government of Kenya on notice. It will bear full responsibility for any injuries, death, or destruction in Mandera resulting from this reckless inaction by the government and support of a presence of foreign forces in our soil. As leaders of Mandera, our loyalty, commitment, and constitutional duty are first and foremost to our people, the Kenyan people in Mandera. Any other interest is secondary and irrelevant to us. Our support for the Kenya Kwanza government must not be taken for granted to the point of gambling with the lives of our population in Mandera. If immediate steps are not taken to relocate Jubaland forces out of Mandera County, we will be forced to mobilize to defend our people.
The biggest disease in our Republic of Kenya is politicizing every matter. Yani, tumejifunza kuingiza siasa katika kila jambo. Even an issue that can be rectified by just discussing, tumeibadilisha imekuwa ni siasa. I have been in opposition. I am in opposition. And I will still remain in opposition. Those of you who have followed me are able to attest that this has been my stand since I began this channel. But this does not make me to be blind on some issues that are facts. on paper and on history. First of all, we need to understand how the Jubaland forces was formed. The Jubaland Darawish force, that is the security unit for the autonomous state of Jubaland in southern Somalia, was formed under the administration of its current president, Ahmed Madobe. The key figure in this issue is the president himself, Ahmed Madobe, who is the leader of the Ras Kamboni militia, which is considered to be the founder of the Jubaland Darawish force. And in this militia played a critical role in the fight against Al-Shabaab, particularly liberating the port city of Kismayo with the support of the Kenya Defense Forces, KDF. The formation of the forces was driven by several factors, which I want to read for you. Number one, counterterrorism. The primary objective was to combat the militant group Al-Shabaab and provide stability to the region. Political ambitions. The establishment of a security force was a key part of the broader effort to create a regional administration in Jubaland, a process that began to gain traction around the year 2009. So, hii sio issue imeanza kwa Ruto administration. As much as I oppose William Ruto, it's good for us to equip ourselves with facts. This was also seen as an attempt by the Kenya government to create a buffer zone against Al-Shabaab. Security territory. The forces aimed to protect the state of Jubaland and its interests. Who are the support and allies to this Jubaland force? The formation of the Jubaland forces was supported by key allies, that's key allies, depending on how you pronounce it. The most notable country is the Republic of Kenya and the Ras Kamboni movement. So sana, the country that supported the formation of Jubaland, it's Kenya. Even way before Ruto became the president. Tunaelewana paka hapo? Haya. Now, how did the Jubaland find themselves in Kenya? Someone is asking now. Je, ni Ruto ameleta hawa watu Kenya? Or what is the history? What is the relationship between Kenya and Jubaland forces? Kwa sababu wameonekana Kenya, and I have seen it has brought mixed reactions. But I look at this issue and I see people speak from an ignorant point of view. That is why mumeniona nimekuwa very slow kucomment kwa hii issue ya Jubaland forces. The truth that we cannot erase is that Kenya has a long-term relationship with Jubaland forces. Long-term. Haijaanza wakati Ruto amekuwa president. Ni kitu ilianza kitambo. Kitambo. Even before Uhuru Kenyatta became the president. Kitambo sana. There has been a mutual relationship between Kenya and the Jubaland forces. What is the history? The history is both Kenya and Jubaland have united before against Al-Shabaab. Wameshikana mikono. Kenya na Jubaland forces na KDF wameshikana mikono before, even before Ruto became the president, to fight Al-Shabaab. Now, let me give you a conflict that you can be able to understand. Jubaland forces, this is how they found themselves in Kenya. Ni analysis nimefanya. Spillover from internal conflict, clashes between Jubaland forces and the Somali federal government, FGS, often escalate near the border, Kenya and Somalia. When Jubaland forces are routed or pushed back, they retreat across the border into Kenya to regroup or seek refuge. This has been a recurring issue with recent reports of Jubaland fighters crossing into Mandera, a town in northern Kenya, following intense fighting in the Gedo region of Somalia. So Jubaland kukua Mandera is not an issue to me. It's not an issue. It's a history that we cannot erase. And the data is available, unless there's something Ruto is hiding that we don't know. But based on the available history, it has been happening. Wakati wamelemewa huko kwao, wanarudi Kenya huko Mandera, wanakaa kidogo to strategize. Kwa sababu, these are friends working together, KDF and Jubaland forces. Hawa ni marafiki, wamefanya kazi pamoja against one common enemy, Al-Shabaab. Since the early 2010s, Kenya has been accused of supporting the formation of a buffer zone in Jubaland. So sio kitu imeanza leo. Ni kitu ilianza way 2010. Even before Uhuru Kenyatta became the president. That is close to over 15 years ago. So hii issue ya Jubaland kwa Mandera sio kitu imeanza kwa Ruto administration. I hate Ruto with passion. Not as a person, but a character in him. But that cannot make me be blind in some issues that are facts on paper. No. Let us face reality and fairness. And the reality will set us free. Ladies and gentlemen, as I finish, it's a long history that we can analyze for years. But then, nataka ujue kwamba you can go and do your own research. Hii nimekupatia is just an overview. But you can do your research. You have internet and other bundles. Just go on internet, fanya research about Jubaland, and you'll be able to understand why they're in Mandera. Hawajakuja wakati Ruto amekuwa president. Hapana. Hawa ni watu wamekuwa even before Uhuru Kenyatta. So, sio kitu imeanza leo. But politicians are blowing this issue out of proportion and they want to inject politics in it. God bless you. See you in the next episode and thank you for watching. Asanteni sana.